Hey guys, Unfair here, back again with a new Cutting Room Floor series. This one is for Deus Ex. Previously, I played through this game about 6 times. It's probably my favorite game ever. It has a great story. I don't know how they wrote all the dialogue for this game. There's just so much of it. And even on my 6th playthrough, I was still finding new details that I hadn't seen before. So I know I have a lot of Let's Play series going on right now, and I will finish all those up. But I'm just going to add this one into the mix because it's been a couple years since I played this, and lately I've been really feeling like playing through it again. I just haven't had the time, and tonight I do. So let's get started. And I'm not going to do the training because I've already done that many times before. I'm going to go ahead and play it on realistic, and I'll just leave the names as JC Dent. And the one we really want is computer hacking. This is the most important in my opinion. A couple levels of that make all the difference in the world. And after that, it's pretty much whatever you want to put points into. I think I'm going to save them and get lockpicking or electronics later on. Oh, pistol. Pistol is pretty important too. We don't have nearly enough for that though. We already have 1 rank on that by default, which is good because if you don't have any ranks on guns, they're extremely unstable. Looks like you can actually downgrade pistol. I didn't realize you could do that. I've played this game like 6 times before and I did not realize you could downgrade that skill. Anyway, we want pistol. It's a really good option for starting the game.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
So as you can see from the cutscene, the environments are reskinned, but the characters are not, and they're not remodeled or anything, so the characters will be pretty blocky throughout the game.
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
Now I am using 2 mods, because keep in mind Deus Ex is a fairly old game. I believe it came out in 2000, so 12 years old at this point. One mod is called New Vision. It replaces all the game world textures. And the other mod is Kenti's DirectX 10 renderer. If I'm not mistaken, this improves the lighting a little bit, and also the text
aboard,
rendering.
Agent. Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might as well start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware. Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow.
And for this one, we definitely want the GEP gun. Our pistol later can turn into pretty much the equivalent of a sniper rifle.
Never know when I might come up against some heavy armor. Give me the GEP gun. The GEP gun might be useful. They have a security bot on patrol near the statue entrance. Great. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue, but don't forget about Agent Herman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
Yeah, the crossbow has always been useless. I don't know exactly why they put it into the game. It makes guys run around and scream a lot, but it takes a while to actually do anything to them. Multi-tools are always very important. Later on, if you upgrade the right skills, you'll have stacks of those left over, but they're pretty rare in the beginning of the game. They do the same thing as lockpicks. Just depends on whether the lock is high-tech or low-tech.
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
So if you shoot these security bots and stuff, they'll actually start shooting back at you. Have to be kind of careful with those. Let's see, so X is my crouch key. That's always very important in this game. You want to crouch and stay in the shadows. And I tend to quick save a lot just in case I die. So sorry if that bothers you, but I just don't like replaying long segments of games.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy's stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
Keep thinking C is for crouch. Alright, gas grenade. Those are kind of useful later in the game. And I haven't really decided yet if I'm gonna go the stealth route or wipe everybody else out. I've done both. And it generally works out well either way. Let that guy get out of there first. Unrealistic, you don't want to take on too many of these guys at once. The crosshairs shrink and get more accurate as I stand still. This will happen faster as I upgrade my skills as well.
Fascist.
Well, that didn't go as planned. That took way too much of our precious ammo. Takes a little bit to get used to the aiming on this. Uh-oh. He saw us. Why am I walking? I'm gonna run into the base here and see if I can get some help. Yep, that should do it. These soldiers should take out those guys. If it was on a lower difficulty, or if I didn't mind reloading, I'd probably just try and take him out. But for this playthrough, I'm going to try and die as little as possible. Unrealistic, you have to be kind of careful. I think he got shot with one of those crossbows. They take a while to act, so that's why he keeled over there. That actually worked out pretty well. Got us a lot of free ammo. Ooh, that's a problem though. Oh no, he's just unconscious. There's a mod that this guy has that we want later. I'm hoping that he'll be back up and around later on in the game. If he's not, that's kind of a problem. I guess we might as well go in here and get the supplies.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
Since we're already over here. I usually do this part after I go into the statue. Let's see, I do not... Actually, I'm gonna wait on that because I think the code for that is on the desk of the guy inside, if I remember correctly. So we got rid of all the guys there. They all ran and fought with our army guys. There's that security bot over there that we have to be careful of, but that's why we brought the GEP gun. We'll take that out in just a second.
Be careful. The NSF has set up patchwork security systems here.
Yes, I know. Password is smash the state. So one rocket from this should get rid of that security bot. So we just have to take out that guy there.
The NSF put a commercial-grade security bot in this area. You can either avoid its patrol route, or, if you're feeling lucky, try and take it out with the EMP grenades or explosives. I wouldn't recommend taking it on with small arms.
Alright, that's toast. I think that might have been the guy with the sniper rifle that just ran over there. And we don't want to tangle with him. He will one-shot kill us. Run over here. Try and get in this terminal real quick. When you're in these, you're immune to anything. I think it was NSF 001 and smash the state. We can also hack these, but for right now we don't want to do that. We're going to open the doors, unlock them, turn the cameras off, and turn the turrets on our enemies, which is very, very useful. That hacking is why I said we wanted computers in the beginning. Also lets us get into ATMs. Looks like there's not any enemies right around here anymore. There's usually a few in this lobby area, so I'm not sure what happened to them. There's one of them. So that turret is friendly to us, so if anybody comes around here, it'll take them out right away. Okay. Whoops. Oh no, our other turret is getting in. That's okay. He's gonna set off the alarm.
Stay cool, the guy's still around.
Well, that worked out. I don't want to blow up that TNT, I need it in a second. Yeah, so that turret at the top of the stairs was shooting at that guy. And it didn't quite shoot at him long enough to kill him, unfortunately. Not quite sure why he ran upstairs. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, he's running outside. That other turret is going to kill him now. That's okay. And this we're actually going to hack. It's good to hack all the turrets, get a little free money. This is why we wanted the level 2 hacking. There we go, $200 free. Whoa. I'm not sure why that turret just let him pass for free. It should have killed him. Maybe he was standing outside the range of it. Doesn't matter. I'll take him out.
Who was that?
Now, there's another set of guys in here. And we need to be kind of careful with this one. There we go. I think that should have gotten both of them. It hurt us a little bit, but totally worth it. Totally worth it. Same login as before. Let's see, we should probably heal up a little bit here. Well, it's just our legs. We can wait until we find a medbot, probably. That vent actually goes through to the rooms as well, but I don't think there was anything particularly useful back there. Now, if I remember right, there were only 2 guys in here. Another lamb. Those are like grenades. But you can attach them to walls too if you want to. For kind of a proximity grenade. Now we have a camera in here which we can disable with that thing on the wall there. The nice thing is that the alarms don't go off once you get into the actual terminal and start hacking. So turn that off, open the door, and set it to attack the enemies, just in case. We can actually use these to get a little bit of health back. No reason to have them take up our inventory right now.
Glad you're not hurt, Agent.
Command should not have left us to be surrounded.
Risk is part of the job. I think you lucked out this time.
Agent Navarra and I were ready to go in, but for no reason they said pull back. I do not retreat. Please give me a weapon and move out of the way.
First thing is to get you out of here. I'll handle the enemy.
Excuse that I have forgotten your brother Paul Denton and the infinite power of nano-augmentation.
I just can't spare any arms. Please retreat to a safe location.
Go ahead. Advance up the stairs to the command center at the top. I will take my rusty metal bones and sweep away into the junk pile.
I don't want to give him my pistol, it's pretty valuable. And the accuracy mod, we can put that on there. Don't need cigarettes, those don't do anything good for us. And we don't need a baton for anything. Crowbar works just as well. Actually, we don't need both the crowbar and the knife either. And I usually don't use melee weapons much, so I'm just going to keep the knife. And I'll put accuracy on my gun. And that should do it. I rarely use the crossbow, I'm not even going to bother putting it on my toolbar. So this game you actually do have to play inventory Tetris. Human Revolution will rearrange your items for you. This one does not. See? Works just as well as the crowbar. Now, there is one guy that patrols there. I'm not going to worry about him. Do a quick save there. These are the next guys we have to worry about. And since it's on hard, I'm going to toss this out here. These gas grenades disable the enemy, then it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
They found us. Take him out.
There we go. Take a little bit of damage ourselves, but it's worth it not to take any actual damage from them. On realistic, their shooting can be pretty dangerous. And we should be able to get more extra grenades and stuff from each of these. There we go. Not this one, but all the other ones. I didn't even realize there was a barrel there. Guess we could have shot that. Alright, these are kind of risky business, but you have to double right-click on them real quick. If you move in and do it quick enough, they don't explode in your face. Alright, so we traded 1 grenade for 3. Pretty good deal.
Gunther has re-established contact. He says you helped him escape. Good work.
The only downside to not clearing out this entire level is that you don't get loot from the guys that get knocked out after you win.
Some news, JC. The NSF targeted a shipment of the plague vaccine Ambrosia. We can't locate it. See if the leader will surrender when you reach the command post. We'd like to interrogate him.
So there's 2 more guys right up here. I don't really want to use another gas grenade on them, because it's not going to be possible for me to get up there without getting hurt as well. So
They found us.
that went well. Yeah, if you get headshots, you can take them out in 1, but if you miss, God help you. Takes like 5 or 6 shots. Well, not 5 or 6, but a good 3 or 4 shots at least. Might as well use that candy bar. Although we're gonna have a med bot back at base pretty soon. And I don't believe there's any more guys to worry about.
Easy. We want you to take this one alive and conscious. Find out what you can about the shipment, then turn him over to one of the troopers.
I think the boss guy is the only one left here, if I remember correctly. Yep.
Don't shoot. I surrender.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's Ambrosia shipment?
You're too late. It's on its way back to the people, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
If you tell him that you're going to send him back in a body bag, he will fight you.
Tell me about the shipment, and I'll order the troops to pick you up as a prisoner instead of a corpse.
Ask away. We already won this round.
Where are you taking it?
We're just giving ordinary people the same chance to survive as the bureaucrats in Washington.
You'll have to unload in New York because the choppers would spot you at sea.
I think the government made the plague on purpose to get rid of the population growth.
I love the overall
Well
atmosphere.
done. I will pass on your orders to the troopers. Report back to base on the west side of the island. Mission complete.
This game just combines so many conspiracy theories into one big bundle. It's great.
Just answer the question.
Don't believe me? It's all in the numbers. For 100 years, there's been a conspiracy of plutocrats against ordinary people.
Do you have a single fact to back that up?
Number 1, in 1945, corporations paid 50% of federal taxes. Now they pay about 5%. Number 2, in 1900, 90% of Americans were self-employed. Now it's about 2%.
So?
It's called consolidation. Strengthen governments and corporations, weaken individuals. With taxes, this can be done imperceptibly over time.
You'll see as the game goes on.
Chief finally let us loose. We were right behind you and cut through them like a hot knife through butter.
You'll see as the game goes on, but they weave together everything very carefully with a whole bunch of different disparate theories. It's very neat.
I guarantee you that the interrogation staff at UNATCO will not be as forbearing as I am.
Yeah, the secret police. You're just bullies for a completely illegitimate government in Washington.
We will locate that shipment one way or another.
The entire executive branch is handpicked. 19 of the last 23 U.S. presidents have been members of the Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission is financed by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Don't tell me.
That's a think tank. Anyone can become a member.
But not everyone does. That's why they call it the secret government.
I'll take it from here.
You can't fight ideas with bullets.
I can try. America sure gives it a good shot, actually. So now there's not any more enemies left around. We can pretty much run around with impunity. Anybody that we didn't kill or disable before will be knocked out. Here, I'll show you. Like down in this section, there was one guy down here. And he's now laying down there, dead. And we didn't kill him, but there's no loot on any of these guys that we didn't kill. So that's why sometimes if you want a lot of stuff, you have to kill all of them yourself. You can still get any crates or anything like that that you didn't pick up though. They don't get rid of those. Just the actual guys themselves. I'm not going to bother running over the docks on the other side of the island or anything though. There's not really anything super valuable over there.
We've got the island secured. How did things look in the statue? The leader surrendered. So they were after Ambrosia. A month's supply for the East Coast. We think they've taken it back to the city. I didn't know UNATCO handled the Ambrosia distribution. Manderley will brief us shortly. UNATCO makes sure the limited supply of vaccine gets to government agencies and key industries. It's good to finally see some action. Yeah, well, pace yourself. You killed a lot of people tonight. I'll handle things out here. You better get to Manderley's office on level 2 and report for duty.
The only thing that's really on the docks is an informant that tells us how we can get into the statue secretly.
Way to go, sir. I thought Gunther was a goner.
That's against protocol, Agent.
Yeah? Are you gonna stop me?
It's my first day too. I'm pretty excited.
So that was the code I was talking about before.
Office.
0451, which goes to this fan here. And I love that they actually let you use your keyboard for these. It'd be a pain if you actually had to click on them. I think we might actually have a password for this somewhere, but I don't remember. Easier just to hack it. Turn off all these cameras and open the doors, which should let us in here. And got an EMP grenade. Not bad. Oh, that's not good. This guy that usually sells us stuff is still unconscious. Maybe when we come back out, he'll be conscious again. We'll see.
Check in with Manderley on level 2.